from New York. Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. The New York Knicks coming to this one following a loss, guys, to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Tatum. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. You know, Greg, when you look at the Eastern Conference, is it fair to say that both the teams we've got in this one are two of the top contenders?
Oh, no doubt. This could be an Eastern Conference Finals preview. In fact, I expect one of these squads to represent the East in the finals. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Now, here's Jokic. That three off the mark. We play just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Irving. Jones looking for an opening. 5 to shoot. And here's Tatum for 3. With 1 on the clock. And Jones shoots it home.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by New York.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Spencer. And Jones pulls it down. We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. Left side, Tatum. Shoots over Caruso. Tatum's shot is off. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. And stand on defense, the Celtics contend to play the percentages.
Yeah, look, the Celtics want to deny threes, free throws, and layups. If you beat them shooting 2-point jump shots, they'll live with it. But can they force more turnovers?
Highsmith to end the drought. Here's Spencer. And it's blocked and erased by Powell.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Knicks trailed by 6. Pass to Jokic. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Jokic. And off the glass. That one's good.
Jokic has every shot.
Irving looking for an opening. Here's Tatum. Highsmith grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Powell on the double team. To the paint. Pass to Spencer. Here's Highsmith. Clock at 6. No good on the triple. And here is Irving. Still scoreless. Powell right side. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
To the inside. Here's Murray Boyle. Second shot opportunity. Highsmith's shot is off.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Knicks trailed by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He gets it in there. Highsmith's got his second basket of the night.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on this.
Here's Powell. Hasn't made one yet.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Dunn. Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
And we want to get loud. And we got the coach.
New York trailing. Here's Shed. Back to Jokic. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Yeah, it's almost like pick your poison with Jokic in the pick and roll. He's a master of these sets.
Tatum's shot is off.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Pass to Jokic. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. That puts them in the lead.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
Here's Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jokic. Lots of layers to it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot-making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play.
Here's Shed. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Outside Hardaway. Rebound Boston. Powell with it. There's the triple. The rebound by Shed.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Caruso. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, with his wingspan, Alex Caruso is better than your average guard down low.
Powell in the high post. Here's Tatum. Highsmith grabs the miss. Now here's Hardaway. Nothing on the board. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Pass to Merrill. Lets it go from deep. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Outside Hardaway. Here's Highsmith. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Highsmith got 7.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's Powell. And that one's on target from the wing.
Well, what I like about Powell is that he takes what's available. When you give him these mid-range J's, he's more than happy to fire away.
On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Here's Najee. That one wide left.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And the basket by Tatum.
Well, Tatum is rightfully as confident as they come from deep. He saw that look and didn't waste it.
Pass to Highsmith. Here's Najee. Outside Hardaway. Overdone. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Powell outside. Now Merrill. From past the arc. And again, it's Boston with the 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Guys, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling.
Now here's Tatum. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight. Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Shed. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Celtics leading by 4. Outdone. He has yet to score. In the corner, Powell with it. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Celtics?
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Done outside. Powell in the high post. Moves back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been. Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Hardaway for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. To the middle. Left side, Jackson. Nice ball movement by Boston. And on the way from Irving for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And we talk about the handles of Kyrie so much. Don't forget, he's also an elite shooter.
Najee, no good.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Throws it up high. Loses his grip and clanks the alley-oop jam. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They set the screen. In the corner, Hardaway with it. 6 to shoot. And Jones over to help. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson with the bounce pass. On the basket by Jones.
Skipped it to perfection, utilizing the hardware.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Oh, good with the triple. Boston leading by 5. Outside Irving. And here's Jones. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
Jones Jr.
Jones has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
The 3. And Hardaway Jr. is good for 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Miller. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 7.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
Irving for three. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Knicks trailed by 7. Jokic high post. Pass to Spencer. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Spencer's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Jones. Back to Irving. On the wing, Miller. Fires the three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Pass to Spencer. Back to Caruso. Inside. Here's Jokic. The rebound by the Celtics. Outside, Jones. Irving with a clean look. Buries it from three-point range. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Some of the fastest hands in the league right now. Kyrie knowing he has to get rid of it.
Highsmith's shot is good.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Irving with the bounce pass. Here's Huff. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Pass to Caruso. New York moving it around. Here's Shed. 5 points in the game. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And on the way from Irving for 3. A rebound by Shed. Jokic inside. A second chance effort. And Jokic will just torch you inside.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play.
Here's Huff. Hands it from downtown. Huff's got 5 points so far.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
Down low. Deflects the pass. Spencer. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And you're not going to pass up that kind.
Pass to Jones. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jokic has got the game tied up here for New York. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Boston making a switch here. And Boston has possession. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. New York with the ball. Pass to Jokic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jokic has got 11.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Powell outside. No good there.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Shed, that's good.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Powell. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, I'll tell you, Powell can score just about any way he needs to. Contact does not bother him.
Out left to the wing. Now, Jokic. Shoots. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 2. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Jokic. Here's Shed. Takes the 3. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And they've also been feeling it from beyond the arc. Good start for them so far.
Jokic high post. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, Jokic very strong and very crafty, absorbing the contact.
Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
New York leading by 3. Caruso with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. Spencer's shot is off.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Huff. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And sometimes Jokic overwhelms you with his size and footwork inside, which in turn forces the foul.
Stan, you know, you think about the release point on Jokic's outside shot. It is tough to get to.
Yeah, Kevin, it certainly is. And the problem is if you start to come out of your stance to try to get to that shot, Jokic will just pull the ball down and beat you on the drive.
Powell, that's good.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
Pass to Jokic. Rebound, Boston. And here is Tatum. He's got 17. Dunn, right side. Here's Irving. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Man, we've seen this movie before. Kyrie Irving, special with the rock.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Jokic with it. He's got 13. Yes, that goes in. Jokic has got 15.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
1 second left. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Shed at the elbow. Jokic draws the double. And Tatum pulls it down. Boston leading by 3. Pass to Powell. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. 12 points for him.
Well, when you get the ball to Powell in a spot he likes, there's a good chance you're walking away with points.
Jones. Here's Murray Boyle.
An automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
61.
Pass to Tatum. Takes the 13-footer, and he hits the jumper for 2. Tatum's got 19 points.
He's so good in that medium-range area. Tatum can create space and shoot over the top of the defense.
It's Jokic, top of the key. Shoots it. The shot, no good. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Boston. 6-point game. And here's Tatum for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to Jokic. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
So that brings him up to 4 fouls. So he's forced to hold himself back a little now, which may make him a target for the offense. Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Here's Huff. Jokic grabs the miss. Knicks trail by 6. Jokic to the rack. And that one, good. Jokic just got 17.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Dunn. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
One-on-one fast break. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, we know Kyrie Irving is going to get his buckets, but he wants to keep everyone involved. He said, what's worked for me is allowing others to shine their light in their own capacity, encouraging them to do so, and then, when it's my turn, just flourishing in that role. Kevin, back to you.
He does it well. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to Spencer. Just 5 on the clock. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Outside Irving. And here is Powell.
Well, that's what Powell's out there to do. Pressure the defense and force mistakes.
The Celtics have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. He hits both from the stripe. New York trailing. From deep, Jokic. And Tatum pulls it down. So it's the Celtics now. Pass to Murray. Back to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline try. Irving misses. Here's Spencer. He's got 11. To the paint. Stolen by Tatum. Irving attacking.
And on that drive, Kyrie with speed. The defense can't counter it, and the momentum gets Irving to his shot.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Launches a 3. They get the rebound. Inside, Tatum.
Yeah, nice hustle by Tatum. When an all-NBA level guy is giving effort like that, it's infectious.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Now, here's Jokic. Takes it off the glass. Jokic has got 21 in the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Irving. Back to Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Pass to Spencer. Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
On your feet, fans, and make some noise. It's your Knicks City Answer.
Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Merrill. Tatum deciding where to go with it. He's off from 17 feet. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
Teammates benefit so much from playing with Jokic. He draws all the attention, then sets you up for the score.
Powell for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. A tight game here in New York. For the tie. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's a high IQ play by Jokic. No one outsmarts him.
And it's tied up with that one. Now here's Jackson. Scoreless thus far. Outside Tatum. In the corner, Powell with it. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 3.
What this team loves about Norman Powell, his ability to stretch the court.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Shed. Fires from deep. No good on the shot.
Well, you're going to struggle when you're forcing up shots like that.
Here's Merrill. Covered by Heel. Outside Jackson. Powell, no one around him. Knicks with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside Tatum. Can't connect from short range.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Jokic draws the double. Some nice passing by New York here. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Outside Jackson. In the corner, Powell with it. From the arc. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to be on Jokic. And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
We've seen Norman Powell be a starter. Average 20 for a season. He's also been a sixth man of the year candidate. No matter his role, Norman Powell's a guard who produces at a high level.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Now Tatum. He's got 21. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
New York, no good that time either.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Last to the shoot.
Knicks trailed by 4. Here's Hardaway, and they pick up 2. Hardaway's got 8.
He's known for his jump shot, but Hardaway isn't afraid to mix it up inside.
Outside Tatum. Spins. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
And it's Shed missing. Boston leading by 4. Pass to Tatum. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
1:36 left to play in the third. Here's Shed. He's got 12. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. The wing jumper off target.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Jackson with the bounce pass.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Shed. And Jones has it in the corner. Pass to Shed. 4 on the clock. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And here's Jackson. Back to Tatum. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
On to Hardaway. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
84, 81.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First personal. Second team foul.
Hardaway for three. Not going to go that time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Celtics. They're up by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. Here's Jones. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Celtics leading by 3. There's a screen. Here's Jackson. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Jackson's got his first points in this one. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Shed. Back to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Shed, that's good.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Jackson has the open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Hero on the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. And now an 8-point Celtic lead.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Hardaway, no good. Merrill with the ball. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Najee. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And that one misses. Boston leading by 6. In the corner, Tatum with it. Outside, Jones. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Heisman. Over Jones. And Jones sends it back. Here's Jackson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assist from
Jackson's got the lead up to 11 now for Boston.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Pass to Highsmith for 3. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game. Celtics leading by 8. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Jones. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Tatum. Screen by Jones. Back to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it up. Offensive rebound. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another. What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And here is Tatum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Launches it. Caruso, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 11 points. Knicks trailed by 7. Here's Spencer. New York, no good that time either. On offense, here are the Celtics. Outside Jackson. Tatum on the wing. Shoots over Caruso. Tatum's shot is off. Healed outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And never shying away from a three. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
Pass to Tatum. Outside for Jackson. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. Shoots over Caruso. And another miss by Boston. Here's Najee. Here's Spencer. Here's the screen. After Najee. A wide open look here for Caruso. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks.
Here's Spencer. Guarded by Jackson. Lock at 6. Here's Spencer. Rebound Boston. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Merrill. Right side Jackson. Back to Jones. Shoots over Caruso. Again the miss by the Celtics. Knicks trailed by 4. Here's Spencer. Back to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Najee. The rebound by Merrill. Pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Screen by Jones. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And Jones with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Jokic. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. That's a 2 from Powell. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Highsmith's shot is off. Celtics leading by 6. Outside, Jones. Dunn, right side. Here's Huff. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. And the Celtics lead by 8. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jokic, big man with the triple.
Well, when you need a bucket, run the offense through Jokic.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
New York with the ball.
First personal. Second team foul.
Here's Spencer. Jokic. That's off.
And here we go, guys. This possession could make or break them right here.
Done outside. Here's Irving. The 19-foot shot. And he makes that one count.
His goal is to make an impact all over the floor. Irving can be a headache from mid-range.
Jokic. That one is off. Celtics leading by 7. Fires the 3. And it's off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Spencer. And they call an illegal screen.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Here's Irving. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
Missed on the 3. And here's Boston. Now Powell. It's stolen by Hill. Launches it. The shot is off.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Shoots the 3. Here's Irving. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That'll be his second foul of the game. Done right side. The 20-foot jumper. Good.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Celtics.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jason Tatum.
And what stood out to me was his effort level defensively. Very active and aggressive, piling up the steals in addition to his overall floor game.
Then it misses. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of